Good morning, dear children. This is your history teacher. Now take out your history textbook and open page number 35. So, dear children, as you know that we have already completed our lesson number 3 and so today we are going to start our new lesson, that is chapter number 4, what books and burials tells us. Okay. So, dear children, before going through this topic, we should know about some basic concept of this lesson, that is regarding to the books and the burials. What books and burials tells us. So for this, I would like to show you some slides regarding to this lesson. So let's check out. So dear children, what books and burials tells us? So you may have heard about the Vedas. There are 4 of them, that is the Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. Then you may have also heard about the Vedas, that is the Rig Veda includes more than 1,000 hymns called Sukta and Velsaid. Okay, these are the Sukta and Velsaid. These are written on the palm leaves. Okay, that are also known as the manuscript. Okay, so the hymns are in praise of various gods and goddess. Okay, they are nothing but the praises of various gods and goddess. Then you may have also heard about the 3 gods are especially important, that is Agni, the god of fire, Indra, a warrior god, and Soma, a plant from which a special drink was prepared. Okay, so these are the 3 kind of special gods. Then these hymns were composed by sagas, that is rishis, sages, and most of the hymns were composed, taught, and learned by the men, and a few were composed by the women. Okay, then Priest taught students to recite and memorize each syllable, word, and sentence bit by bit with great care. Okay, and then some of the hymns in the Rig Veda are in the form of dialogues between a sage named Vishwamitra and 2 rivers, Beas and Satluj, and these that were worshipped as a goddess. That rivers were worshipped as a goddess. And the cattle, horses, and chariots, that is, there are many prayers in Rig Veda for cattle's children, especially the sons and the horses. That means the Rig Veda is totally written on the life of cattle's children and their horses, especially sons. Then there are many prayers in Rig Veda for cattle, children, and horses, and battles were fought for a land, for growing hardy crops, for the water, and to capture people. Okay. Then some of the wealth that was obtained was kept by the leaders. Some was given to the priest, and the rest was distributed amongst the people. Okay, that means there had some wealth that was distributed in some leaders, some prized, and some among the people. Then also the some wealth was used for the performance of yajnas or sacrifices in which offering were made into the fire. Okay, the sacrifices which were made into the fire, and these were meant for gods and goddesses. Offering could include ghee, rain, and in some cases of animals. That means जो भी sacrifices होते हैं वो यहाँ पे परफॉर्म किए जाते हैं. कुछ वेल्थ जो होती है वो, यानी कुछ जो पैसे जिसे हम बोल सकते हैं, वो हम यूज़ करते हैं यज्ञ करने के लिए, जो हवन वगैरह होते हैं उसके लिए. दैट इज़ नोन एज दी सैक्रिफाइसेस विच ऑफरिंग आर मेड इन टू दी फायर. एंड देन most men took part in these wars, and there were assemblies where people met and discussed matters of war and peace, and they also chose leaders who were often brave and skillful warriors. That means all these things had been written in these books and burials. Then the priests, sometimes called Brahmins, who performed various ritual. As you know that Brahmins, are used to perform various kind of rituals. And rajas were not like the ones we think of. They did not have capital cities, places, or armies, or nor they did they collect taxes. Generally sons did not automatically succeed फादर्स एज ए राजाज. दैट मीन्स जैसे हम राजा महाराजाओं की बात करते हैं, हमें लगता है कि वो काफ़ी वेल्दी होंगे, उनके पास बहुत बड़ी आर्मी होगी, बहुत सारे कैपिटल सिटीज़ होंगे, बट नॉट लाइक दैट. हियर जो है राजाज जो होते हैं जनरली वो एक सिंपल सन होते हैं दैट डिड नॉट ऑटोमेटिकली सक्सीड फादर्स एज अ राजाज. ठीक है. देन जन वॉज यूज टू, दैट इज जना वॉज यूज टू डिस्क्राइब द पीपल और द कम्युनिटी एज अ होल. उसको हम जन बोलते हैं. देन द अदर वॉज विश एंड द वर्ड वैश्य come from wish. Okay, that the word come vaishya from the wish. We oftenly say na that is vaishya, shudra, brahman. So that vaishya word come from the wish. Then the people who composed hymen describe themselves as aryas and called their opponents that is dasas or dasyas. मतलब दासी जो होते हैं वो. And dasis were people who did not perform sacrifices and probably spoke different. Probably spoke different languages. Latter term dasa और दासी came to mean slaves. यानी कि जो दासी होते हैं वो. Then slaves were women and men who were often captured in a war. जो वॉर में जीते गए जो women's और मेन्स होते थे उनको मोस्टली स्लेव्स किया जाता था, दास और दासी बनाया जाता था. They were treated as the property of their owners who could make them do whatever work they wanted. ठीक है. वो उसको ऐसे ट्रीट करते जैसे कि वो कोई उनकी प्रॉपर्टी है और उनका जैसे मन करता था वैसे उन दासियों को वो ट्रीट करते थे. Saying these are the das and dasis all. Then the story of megaliths. That is, these stones boulders are known as the megalith. Okay, so that is nothing but the megalith. That is meaning of megalith is the literally a big stones. Okay, so these were carefully arranged by the people and were used to mark burial sites. And the practices of erecting megaliths began about 3000 years ago and was prevalent throughout the Deccan, South India, in the northeastern Kashmir. So ये जो पिक्चर आप देख रहे हो ये मोस्टली वो लोग यूज़ करते थे ताकि ये जो होता था मार्किंग होता था कि यहाँ पे जो है बरियल्स जो है डेड पीपल्स जो है यहाँ पे बरीड होते थे. Then these stones builders are known as megalith, and these were carefully arranged by the people and were used to mark burial sites. And the practices of erecting megalith begins about 3000 years ago and was prevalent throughout the Deccan, South India, in the northeast and Kashmir. Then some megaliths can be seen on the surface. The megaliths burials are often underground. Okay, they most of the often undergrounds, and sometimes archaeologists find a circle of stone boulders or a single large stone standing on the ground. These are the indication of that were burials beneath. यानी कि ये जो आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे जो स्टोन्स है, ठीक है, वो यहाँ पे ऐसे रखे हुए हैं. तो उससे आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट ने ये अज्यूम किया और उन्होंने ये फाउंड आउट किया कि वहाँ पे जो है अंदर डेड बॉडीज जो है वो बरीड थी. देन some megaliths can be seen on the surface of the other megalithic burials are often underground. Sometimes archaeologists find a circle of stone boulders or single large stones standing on the ground. So these are only indication of that were the burials beneath. Then there were several things that people did to make megaliths, try and arrange them in a correct order. Okay, so digging pits in the earth, transporting stones, breaking boulders, placing stones in position, finding suitable stones, shaping stones, burying the dead. Okay, that means ये सारी जो चीज़ें हैं वो जो है बुक्स और बरियल्स में आपको मिलेगी. All these burials have some common features. Generally, the dead were buried with distinctive pots, and which are called black and red ware, and tools and weapons of iron, and sometimes skeletons of horses, horse equipments, and ornaments of stones and gold. Okay, then one skeleton was buried with 33 gold beads. Okay, 33 gold beads. You can see here. See the 33 gold beads and two stones beads and four copper bangles and one couch shell. Other skeletons have only a few pots. These finds suggest that there was some differences in status amongst the people who were buried. Some were rich, other poor, some chiefs and other followers. सो उन्होंने बाकी जो बरियल्स देखे वो काफ़ी सिंपल थे. 2-3 पॉट्स उनके पास रखे थे. बट कुछ कुछ बरियल्स थे जिनके साथ उन्होंने काफ़ी सोने की गोल्ड की चीज़ें बरीड करके रखी थी. दैट मीन्स ये प्रूफ होता है कि तभी भी जो है स्टेटस हुआ करता था. कम कोई रिच, पुअर, चीफ एंड फॉलोअर्स ऐसे होते थे. तो एज पर देयर स्टेटस द बरियल्स वर बरीड or dead bodies were buried. Then sometimes megaliths contain more than one skeleton. This indicates that the people belonging to the same family were buried in the same place through not at the same time. ठीक है, यानी कि एक ही 2-3 डेड बॉडी एक ही जगह पे बरिड किए जाते थे. इसका मतलब है कि एक ही फैमिली के लोगों को एक ही प्लेस पे बरिड किया जाता था. तब the bodies of those who died later were brought into the grave through the portholes. Stone circle or boulders placed on the surface probably served as a signpost and to find the burial site so that the people could return to the same place whatever they wanted to. That means जैसे अभी भी आप देखोगे क्रिश्चियन में जो होता है उनके जो बरियल्स आप देखोगे उस पर पर्टिकुलर उनका नाम लिखा होता है जो भी डेड पर्सन होता है. तो वैसे ही यहाँ पे किया जाता था ताकि जो भी पर्सन है जिसका रिलेटिव जिसको बरिड किया गया है वो उस जगह पे जाके पहुंच जाए. Then it is a site on the river Ghod, a tributary of the Bhima. It was occupied between 3600 and 2700 years ago. Here, adults were generally buried in the ground, laid out straight with the head towards the north. ठीक है, adults को जो है वो straight towards the ground उनको buried किया जाता था और उनका जो head था वो north की तरफ face out किया जाता था. Sometimes burials were within the houses. Vessels that probably contain food and water were placed with the dead. यानी कि कभी कभी बरियल जो डेड बॉडी है उनको घर के अंदर ही बरिड किया जाता था. So one man was found buried with the cross-legged in a large 4-legged clay jar in the courtyard of 5-roomed house. ठीक है, 5 रूम के बड़े हाउस में वो एक डेड बॉडी उन्हें मिली जिसके लेग्स जो है वो क्रॉस थे और 4-legged क्ले जो था उसके पास था. वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट हाउसेज इन द साइड. वो जो हाउस था उन्होंने पाया कि सबसे लार्जेस्ट हाउस है उस साइड में. ठीक है, सो ये था वो चीफ जो भी है. तो उसका जो लेग्स है आपने देखा होगा क्रॉस में है. देखिए क्रॉस में इसका लेग्स है. ठीक है, और एक बड़े से हाउस के अंदर 5 रूम्स थे जो बड़े बड़े उसके हाउस के अंदर. एक बड़ा सा पॉट है उसके पास और इसको बरिड किया गया है. ठीक है, so occupation. What was the occupation in Inam Gaon? So archaeologists have found seeds of wheat, barley, rice, pulses, millets, peas and sesame. So bones of number of animals, many bearing cuts, mark, and that show that they may have been used as a food. So they have also been found. So these include cattle, buffalo, goat, sheep, dog, horse, ass, pig, sambar, spotted deer, black buck, antelope, hare, and mongoose, beside birds, crocodiles, turtle, crabs, and fish. So that means it indicates that all these animals have been used as a food. There is evidence that fruits such as bear, amla, jamun, dates, and variety of berries were collected. So, dear children, this is it for today's video. This was the summary of this video. I hope you understand this video about what books are telling us, what burials are telling us. Okay, so this is it for today's video. If you have any problem regarding to this video, you can ask me anytime. So till then, it's goodbye from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.